Welcome, everyone, to deploying Atlassian as a shared service across Platform One and beyond. My name is James Hunt, and I am the lead Atlassian subject matter expert at Ascend Integrated.
And I'm Jeff Weatherford, lead DevSecOps engineer for Ascend Integrated.
And a little bit about Ascend Integrated. We're a small business with offices located in Miami, DC, and Ohio. We've been partners with Atlassian since 2015, and we've had experience with the tool going all the way back to 2009. We have certified Atlassian trainers and professionals, and our client base spreads across the federal and commercial organizations. We're also a marketplace vendor. We're the developers of color cards for agile boards, color queues for Jira service management, and also we have ribbons and our own DevSecOps tool called JetDoc. During this presentation, we're going to be covering what the Department of Defense program, Platform One, is, what their objectives are, their goals, the ABMS, All Domain Common Environment, and their Iron Bank offering. Additionally, we'll be going over how the program has leveraged the Atlassian tools with best practices, scalability, integration, and being able to enable teams that use their services to be more productive. The goals and objectives of Platform One is quite clear. One of the utmost goals of importance is security. With cybersecurity becoming more and more important to today's organizations, security has to be of utmost importance. As such, the program has prioritized working with vendors to develop hardened containers, to being able to tell their customers that the pre-approved software and configurations are secure. Additionally, one of their primary goals is ease of use. If you've been in the federal area for a while, then you'll realize or you'll know that programs come up with great ideas, great services all the time, but they're not always easy to use. And sometimes the time to value is lengthy because you have to get trained on the specific product. Well, Platform One wanted to solve this from the beginning. They wanted to do this by reducing the technical debt on your teams. They wanted an easy certification and accreditation process that they could use so that your teams will know that anytime you use a product, there's already a continuous ATO waiting for you to leverage. Also, to make this easier and teams to be more productive and get faster time to value, they developed a single portal for container services. Everything is done inside the environment, and all you have to do as a customer is request the service. The ABMS, All Domain Common Environment, that's a lot to say, isn't it? Well, to make it easier, what Platform One did is they got to thinking about what does that really mean? Well, it's a common environment that consumers can leverage, right? So they thought, you know what? Why don't we just call it Party Bus? Because everybody wants to join the Party Bus. So what is Party Bus? Party Bus is their hosted services offering. It leverages Kubernetes clusters and is a deployment and managed by the Party Bus support team. This includes infrastructure and application support services, along with DevSecOps training and guidance. All the customer simply has to do is ask for a certain stack, and the teams and systems are already designed to deploy it for you. All of the security is still handled by the Party Bus support team, so you don't have to worry about applying those patches because it's handled for you. And all of this is built on their hardened containers that have already gone through approval and is leveraging a continuous ATO. Let's talk a little bit about those Party Bus pre-configured clusters. Party Bus provides a cluster containers and configurations that's already been approved. So as I mentioned before, all you have to do is select the container, the application stack that you need, and the teams will work with you and deploy it for you. The customer manages your own cluster environment once it's deployed. This way, all you have to do is leverage the services and configure it the way you need. The customers that use the service are also responsible for certain levels of security, accreditation, and certification for anything that they add to the platform. So you're not limited to just what is offered. You can actually extend it with your own resources. And once again, all of this is built on those pre-approved hardened containers, and version control of the infrastructure is leveraged. Now I'll hand it off to Jeff to talk a little bit about Iron Bank.
Thank you, James. Party Bus is built from containers that reside in Iron Bank. What is Iron Bank? Iron Bank is a container repository. Many customers are unaware of what a container repository actually is. In the commercial world, usually there are many container repositories that one might pull from: Docker Hub, Google, Amazon, just to name a few. Iron Bank serves as a single repository to help break down development silos and to enable DevSecOps workflows, all while being tracked and managed with Atlassian tools. Iron Bank provides a repository of secure hardened containers ready for the consumption by the DoD. All containers are rebased to an approved hardened baseline image. Containers are then scanned with virus scanners as well as specific security scanning tools. Open source containers are handled by the Iron Bank team, while commercial partners such as Atlassian work with the Iron Bank team to provide hardened containers through the automated Iron Bank pipeline. This pipeline and the container registry provided by Iron Bank leaves the DoD customers with a single secure source for containers on which to build their products and services. Containers are pre-approved, allowing reduced paperwork, quicker time to production, and ease of use. System security plans can list Iron Bank for a lot of their security controls, making certification and accreditation more of a copy and paste operation. Now back to James to talk about Atlassian best practices and how they're being implemented at Platform One.
Thanks, Jeff. Platform One started leveraging the Atlassian services and applications early on in their development. And as such, they quickly identified that with all the customizations that can be done in the Atlassian stack, they really needed to focus on how do we maintain security while also maintaining least privilege permissions and access controls and centralized authorization and management. So from the very beginning, we worked with them and we developed least privilege permission models just out of default for each of the projects and spaces that are creating Confluence. The project administrators are able to grant access to those that have the need to know. And on top of that, in order to access the systems with centralized authentication, authorization, they've leveraged multi-factor authentication and PK authentication for secured access across all of the instances and applications. This way, your data is secured. And as a customer, you maintain positive control over who has access to that information. So they didn't stop at just with least privilege and authorization. Platform One also had to focus on scalability. They're using the data center instances and role and product availability of the Atlassian stack. And they quickly identified that they couldn't just run it on one node. So with the scalability and the features available with the Kubernetes and the infrastructure platform, Platform One is able to automatically scale up and scale down resource requirements that change. So based on the performance of the system and those that are actively using it, it can automatically scale up and scale down. And also to ensure scalability and availability, Platform One routinely leverages a pre-staging area for testing upgrades and feature improvements. This way, if you have that bad import, you can always test in pre-production and fix the things before importing it into the production environment. And finally, the integrations that Platform One has done with the Atlassian stack. Platform One does have developers on staff, so they can provide integrations that meet the needs of government. Just an example, Mattermost for Confluence questions. With this add-on that they're working on right now, Mattermost chat users are actually able to do a /question, a command in Mattermost to ask a question. And what it does is it pulls data from Confluence questions, depending on the impact level that is installed in. From here, the end users can quickly get information that they need. Additionally, their Platform One is leveraging the Atlassian product line in order to enable team productivity. They've done this by unifying the support model to bring all the support teams together so that there's one centralized place to get assistance. And they've done this by leveraging the Jira Service Management application. And using the queues and automation, they're able to quickly route support requests to the team that needs to address it. Now, also with all of this, they develop a turnkey solution packages to optimize time to value for team productivity. Whenever a team requests a new project or Confluence space or a Mattermost team, pretty much anything that the requester needs, they're developing solutions that will automate the rollout of these implementations as long as everything meets the default acceptance. And well, now we're here at the end. Once again, my name is James Hunt. I'm the lead Atlassian subject matter expert with Ascend Integrated.
And I'm Jeff Weatherford, lead DevSecOps engineer for Ascend Integrated. Please feel free to reach out to us via LinkedIn or email.
Thank you.